So this video is going to require a bit more context than usual. A little while back, I sinned everything wrong with Toy Story 2 by CinemaSins, and on that video, I received a comment from the channel Luke Dougherty, who also makes CinemaSins response videos, mentioning that he had also done this movie. I had been aware of this channel for a little while, but I had avoided watching his videos to prevent it from influencing my own content too much. But since we had both already made videos on this movie, I figured it was fair game, so I went and watched his Toy Story 2 video. And it was pretty good. He has earned a subscriber. But I noticed that at certain points, I found myself disagreeing with Luke, so I thought it'd be fun to make a Sins video of his Sins video. Click below to watch the original Sins video.
For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing their video on Toy Story 2, and I would like to give thanks and dedications to Master Dale 115, Inside Out Rules Entertainment, and Awesome Mario 1985 for requesting this video. Enjoy the video, everyone.
Okay, have a good weekend.
I see the humans in this house continue to give the toys extremely helpful warnings before anyone walks into a room and has their world change forever.
Yeah, so?
I'm pretty sure what Jeremy is trying to say is that if Andy and his mom hadn't been shouting outside the room, then Woody wouldn't have been warned that Andy was about to come bursting into the room and risk being exposed. I'm sure there's a way you could refute that, but just saying, yeah, so, is not enough.
Somehow this hasn't happened before now.
I can see why, considering that Andy takes good care of his toys.
I'm not sure if launching a remote-controlled car at one of your toys counts as taking good care of it.
No, I feel like Andy continued his love of Woody simply because the first movie demanded a happy ending. This kid would have moved on from Woody 2 weeks after they moved into the new house, if that.
See this sin from the Toy Story 3 video.
Wait, so you did Toy Story 3 before doing Toy Story 2? Why? Pay no attention to the fact that I did the Ice Age movies completely out of order and haven't even done the first or fifth ones yet.
Now, what if this happened while Andy was in the room?
Aside from the fact that that didn't happen, that likely wouldn't actually happen since the toys always freeze whenever humans are present.
You are aware that the toys are not just perpetually frozen whenever humans are around, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to scare Sid in the first movie.
Okay, boy, to the yard sale! Yeah!
What? That dog understands English? Or you already taught it the command for to the yard sale? I mean, I can suspend my disbelief with the best of them, but you're stretching it here, man.
Well, why don't you just suspend your disbelief altogether and accept that this is a fictional movie?
Come on, dude. Do you really think Jeremy is capable of suspension of disbelief? If he was, then none of our channels would exist.
He's stealing Woody!
Al, who is a known local celebrity featured in tons of commercials, thinks he can steal Woody no problem, right after being a pushy bastard about buying it.
Well, it makes sense considering that he pushed a skateboard into something to distract Andy's mom so that he could steal Woody easily.
I'm pretty sure what Jeremy is trying to say is that if Andy's mom found out Woody was missing, which Al has no reason to believe won't happen, then she would immediately suspect him because of their interaction and subsequently call the cops.
The kidnapper was bigger than that. Oh, picky.
Slink would be amazing at CinemaSins, but Ham would be amazing at being our critics.
Jeremy calls me and Luke pigs.
Al's coming. Go on, Jesse.
Yes, go, and somehow clean up all those styrofoam peanuts on the floor, and put away the videotapes, and turn off the TV, and Jesus, this is hopeless, isn't it?
And this would be an actual sin if you hadn't brought up the TV, because it was already turned off earlier by Jesse.
Just because Jeremy gets one aspect of a sin wrong doesn't make it not an actual sin. Also, look at how derpy Woody's face is in this screenshot. This isn't a sin, I just thought it was funny. I just noticed that Luke does not put periods at the end of his captions, which is grammatically incorrect. This is why I don't bother with captions, even though they are a CinemaSins staple, because I know that annoying little shits will inevitably point out any typo I make.
I admit it would be weird to see an aisle full of other yous. Buzz already experienced the whole I'm not unique and I'm a toy thing last movie.
Well, if you were to ever see an aisle full of as many of these of the same toy, wouldn't you also be surprised?
Jeremy very explicitly said that this was not the main point of the sin.
Okay, I'm fine with you removing sins here for this nice Jurassic Park reference, but it does leave me wondering one thing. Considering the amount of times you've sinned movies for making pop culture references, why is specifically this one worthy of a sin removal?
Agreed. This is especially weird considering that Jeremy spends the better part of this exact video complaining about all of the Star Wars references.
Wait a minute, are you saying Mr. Potato Head's eye works even when it's not attached to him? This guy was blind in the last movie when they knocked out his eyes, so you're filthy cheaters, Pixar.
Except when Mr. Potato Head removed his eyes to see the kids with Andy's birthday presents in the first movie, he was still shown to be able to see.
Huh. Good spot. 2 little white dots randomly appear at the 11-minute mark next to the timer and don't go away until the 12-minute mark.
You killed my father.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
No!
Parody note.
Sinning this scene, that's worth these many sins.
Well, because of the way your videos are edited, we have no idea how many sins you added until you speak next, at which point we have to figure it out for ourselves, so +1 sin for making me do math.
Strangers from the outside.
I didn't realize until rewatching this how much lip service this movie pays to the first one.
Says the guy who repeatedly sends movies for logos and narration.
Yeah, this is a pretty massive pot call for the guy with a lot of quote-unquote inside jokes that are literally just the exact same word or phrase being repeated over and over.
It's not a Pixar movie unless there's a giant factory or maze of conveyor belts to navigate.
More like, it's not a Pixar movie unless there are moments that make you feel emotional.
That has absolutely nothing to do with the sin that Jeremy was trying to make.
Toy horse with no real hooves will catch up to this gas-powered vehicle. Wow, that toy horse was running at the same speed as an about-to-take-off jumbo jet. I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
And these are two more instances of Jeremy seeing this movie for being unrealistic, even though he knows that this isn't our reality.
You can't just brush off any criticism of any slightly fantastical movie by saying, well, it's meant to be unrealistic. Sure, there is some suspension of disbelief required to enjoy a movie about talking toys, but when something happens that is as genuinely fucking absurd as a toy horse managing to keep up with the speed of a plane about to take off, it is perfectly valid to point that out.
Isn't this exciting, Heimlich?
Pixar accidentally puts ants in Toy Story 2. DreamWorks is going to be pissed when they find out.
Except Flick and Heimlich are from A Bug's Life, which was the Pixar movie that came out before this one by a year.
Yes, that is the joke Jeremy is making. Congratulations.
And here's the end result, everybody. This in total is 344, and the sentence will be put into storage. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.
Dude, at least put borders over your text. This combination of colors over the image feels like you are almost deliberately trying to make it hard to read. So, Luke, if you happen to be watching this video, then, hi. This was all supposed to be in good fun. I hope it didn't make you too mad. And if you did see this video, then why not keep this cursed game going and make a Sins video of this video? The ball is in your court, dude. And to everyone else, I've got some other things to say. First off, thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. This is the most any of my attempted channels have gotten so far, so it really means a lot to me. And also, this was mostly just supposed to be a fun bonus video, and there will be another video going up next Friday. Probably Monsters University. My last couple of videos have done really well, so I've gotten a lot of requests for future movies to cover. If you would like to see which ones, then check out this playlist. If you would like to suggest a movie for us to cover, then you can leave it in the comments. Goodbye.